Okay.
Okay.
All right, good.
All right, so I am here with Brittany Harper today for my book of the week because she's the one that actually told me about this book and was like, you have to read it. And she was right. I did have to read it. It was really good.
This series, Red Rising, is, I think, one of the best science fiction or dystopic, you could say it is dystopic series that I have ever read. And I came onto it maybe like 3 years ago on spring break, and I spent the entire spring break reading the first 2 books, and I had to wait for the third book. Now there's 5 in the series. The 5th one is coming out in the fall, or maybe January or something. But honestly, one of the best science fiction dystopian series. And the good thing about this is it's a male narrator. Like, the main character is a male, so you don't, like, it's easier to get girls, drawn into reading, but, like, this is your series that you pull the guys in.
So good. So just so you guys know, to give you an idea of what Red Rising is like, it's kind of like Hunger Games in space, but about 20 times better than Hunger Games. It's super violent. It is.
It is.
It's really violent. There's so many politics involved. There's a lot of twists and turns. You never know who to trust. It's just such a fun book. I lost sleep over this series. I stayed up until like 5 o'clock in the morning when I had work the next day because I could not put it down. So again, this is great for your boys. This is definitely high school age.
It's high school.
Do not give it to middle schoolers. Mainly just because of the language and the violence. Other than that, there's not really any other super crazy content, but the language and the violence, it's high school. And the characters in the first book are teenagers, but they grow up and become like in their 20s after that. So they kind of grow up exponentially throughout the series.
And there's a little bit of romance in there for my ladies, but it's done well. Like, it's done tastefully, and the romance is very much a part of the politics and the challenges that the male narrator faces. So I think that made it stronger than just like gratuitous relationship thrown in because we're trying to grab our female readers. It's like it's all intertwined and a part of the series, which is good. The coolest part of the book, I think, is how like into depth and detail and description the author goes with the development of the male narrator, because he literally is from like the lowest social caste of the whole society that is up in space, and they take him and they remake him to be a part of the upper edge, the upper part of society. So like, I don't want to say more than that because then I start giving away the story, but like the description involved and everything that he has to go through is so cool.
And it's brutal. It's a brutal book. But it's great. So again,
I have one more thing.
Ahead.
And like, every book is like a cliffhanger, and you hate that so much, but like, because there are 4 with almost a 5th one coming, like, you can move on to the next one, because I hate it when I read a series and there's a cliffhanger at the end of the first one and I have to wait for like the next 2 books or the next 3 books. But if you started it now, you'd get a good 4 books under your belt, and the 5th one is almost out, so the cliffhanger does not feel as painful.
So again, it's Red Rising by Pierce Brown. Get it in kids' hands and you read it because it's awesome.
It's so good.
All right, bye guys.
Bye.